What is love? What does it mean to make the choice for love? We think of love many times as a relationship or a bond with someone or an emotion or perhaps a set of kind behaviors. But those things aren't actually love. Those are actions, those are circumstances. Love is the source energy. It is a vibrational field. It is who you are. It is the essence of everything. It is something you have a relationship to, that whether you know it or not. It's the most unknown and unworked on relationship we have. We think we have relationships with people, but the most important relationship you have is with that energy of love and what you do with it or don't do with it. That feeling of love. And the truth is, and here's some great news for some of you who are single, right now, whether you know it or not, you're in love. Did you know that? Finally, you're in love. You can't not be. Let me read you something from The Choice for Love. Isn't it nice that they made a background that matches my book cover somehow? Michael's powers are beyond comprehension. Right now, think about this. You are in love. You have always been in love. You can't not be in love. You can cut yourself off from feeling it. You can have a difficult time accessing it. You can modulate how much of it you decide to feel or give. But you will still, even if you don't think you are, be in love. That is because love is all there is. It is, in every religion, talked about. The kingdom of heaven is within. Love. It is limitless. Therefore, love is all you are. It is an unlimited ocean of divine energy. You are already in it. In fact, you are it. And when you experience love, you're not experiencing your love. You're experiencing the love, right? The love. When people have near-death experiences, they never come back and say, there was nothing. Nothing. It was just nothing. Just nothing. Empty. What do they say? Love, I can't describe it. It wasn't love about any, it was just love. When mystics and saints go to that place that have written about, from Jesus, Buddha, everyone, what do they say? Love. Love. That is who we are. So, knowing that, we ask ourselves, why aren't we always feeling it? See, if we're hearing it, it sounds nice, we clap for it. So why aren't we always feeling it? If we're in it, what's the problem? What's the problem? And I know what you're thinking. It's my husband, that's the problem. That's the problem. Yeah, I know I am love, but it's my secretary, that's the problem. It's my 5-year-old, that's the problem. But it's not. Why? Because whenever you feel love, it's always your own love that you're feeling. Think about this for a minute. Think about perhaps a relationship that is no longer happening. Or maybe one that's about to no longer happen. This might be a moment of revelation for no. Think about you pre-meeting somebody. It could even be someone you're with right now, before you meet somebody. And then suddenly you meet somebody, and what do you feel? Oh, this love. Oh my God, I'm feeling so much love. Where did the love come from? Did they give you bottles of it when they moved in? Did they give you a transfusion? Where did it come from? When you're feeling that feeling, or when you're holding your child, 1 minute, there's nobody, you have a baby, or your partner has a baby, the next minute you're absolutely drenched in love. Or a puppy. Where did it come from? What is added to you? Nothing, right? And then, what happens if that person goes away? Do they pack up all the love? Do they just siphon it off as they leave, and you're there going, I have nothing now. Really ask yourself, yes, the person's gone. Yes, the companionship. But where does the love go? Did they take it? No. It is always your love. It is always our love we're feeling. This is a really revelatory thing. This is a more enlightened understanding. So then what happens? What happens? Things happen and we give ourselves permission to feel it. Someone's behaving nicely, they say nice things to us. We go, oh, I feel so much love for them. It was your own love. You opened the valve. They misbehave, you go, that's it, shutting off the valve. And by the way, this happens 100 times a day, right? Your partner's being wonderful, you go, oh, we had such a great moment, I'm feeling so, God, I love him so much, everything's fantastic. And then he or she is obnoxious or shut down or says something you don't like or embarrasses you. And what do you feel? Nothing, right? You go, I feel, I don't even want to look at that person right now. I feel nothing, I'm kind of flat. What happened? Did they pour the love in? They took it out? No. It's your love. We choose it. We don't choose it. What's a relationship then? Imagine an ocean, and it's calm, and there's no waves. And a wind comes along and creates waves, and suddenly you see, wow, the ocean looks so big today. It's the same ocean, right? But it's rising up in waves. The wind moved the ocean and moved its fullness to express itself. That's a relationship. People are wind makers. You see? Somebody comes along and you have your reservoir of love. And by the way, you have access to as much of it as anybody else. As anybody else. No matter what's happened to you in your life. And somebody else has their big pool, their reservoir of love. And they do something, and your waves rise up. You see? Your waves rise up. And you suddenly feel love. But it's your love. It's your love. People are wind makers. So basically, instead of saying, I love you, you could say, you make really good waves on my heart. My waves like splashing with your waves. But it's really true, you know? Right now, your energy is creating waves on the ocean of my heart. I love splashing with you. But it's my love. It's my ocean. It's my water, you see? And maybe things will be quiet for a while if your wind dies down. But my love does not go away. This shifts us into healing, beginning to understand a different relationship with love. And this is why I called this latest book, my favorite book I've ever written. I feel so blessed that it came through me now. The choice for love, as opposed to the choice to love. Because the choice to love is how to behave better, right? You all already know how to behave better. I'm not saying you do it, but you know how to behave better. You know, I need to do this, I'm supposed to pay attention. We know that stuff. But this isn't about that. And it's also not looking for love. That's called the chase for love, which many of us have done that book, right? Somebody is going to fill me. They may delight you. They may be a great wave maker, but they cannot fill you. It is only coming from inside of you. Then the question becomes, well, then how come I'm not feeling it? I agree with you, but I don't feel it all the time. I feel emptiness. How come sometimes? Maybe I'm at Agape. Maybe I'm live streaming and I'm oh, love, the music, the children. It's, oh, God, I feel it. I know it. I'm there. Finally, thank God. And then 2 hours later, something happens. It's gone. Right? It's gone. What happened? You made the choice for something else. You made the choice for judgment. You made the choice to disconnect. You made the choice to numb out because somebody hurt you. You made the choice to turn off. You made the choice to unplug. So we're always making choices. No judgment about them. The question is, are we conscious that many times, even though we say, I want as much love as possible, we're actually making the choice for the opposite. We're making the choice to not feel, or we're making the choice to not pay attention, or to judge emotions as less spiritual than other emotions. It's all the ocean. It's all there. I would say emotions in my book are text messages from your heart. Don't delete them. They're trying to tell you something. They're trying to guide you to something. They're trying to show you that something's off balance inside. Love is a choice you can make from moment to moment. How? By learning how to reconnect to that energy inside of you. To find it, to feel it. To discover that you actually have a relationship with love itself. And many of our relationships with love are not friendly. They're not harmonious. Every time we've been hurt in life, every time we've been disappointed, every time we've been betrayed, a little piece of our ocean freezes up. We freeze it. It stops flowing. And moment by moment, hurt by hurt, ice block by ice block, we end up building walls, don't we? Have you ever tried to love somebody and felt you were throwing yourself against their wall of ice? You know they're in there. You can feel them. You can feel them, and you can see their highest, and you love them. But your love can't get in. And have you ever, if you've been honest with yourself, admitted that you aren't great at receiving? That you're afraid to trust again or open again? The choice for love is the choice to defrost. I call it in my book the big melt. We all need to do the big melt.